What's poppin'? T-Subs and T-Squad. So, before I go to bed, because this is still Monday, but y'all not going to get it till probably late Tuesday, tomorrow, today, whatever. The review for the Come Up. The Come Up Miami is back. Back in rotation, honey. This is season 1, episode 7. Winner. Vegan dinner. Shout out to the Come Up Miami. I missed y'all. It's been too long since you've been gone. Yes. Come through. Feels good when I'm with you. I miss you. Come back home. I miss your smile. Ain't seen you in a while. I'm so alone. I miss you. Come back home. Yes, that's a little bit of Monifa for the little young jitterbugs that don't know nothing about no real 90s music, okay? That was off of the first Monifa album when she was laid up in that black tub with her legs open wide agape. I don't know what made me think about that song when I brought that up. Me and my psyche gonna have a conversation about that later. At any rate, we here to talk about these Miami folk. So Jamal and Sean are working out after 4 months of being quarantined. Jamal actually caught the virus. I did not know that, Jamal. So shout out to you for making it through that whole ordeal. Jamal talks about how his business was affected by Miss Rona, but he made the best out of the situation. He had to downsize his apartment. He started making masks, which helped him, financially a lot. I believe he said he made like over 7 racks off of making masks for people. So definitely shout out to you for that. And his business was qualified for the business relief fund when it came down to the little Miss COVID-19. So shout out to you, Jamal, for getting it done. Not allowing, the situations and what we had going on to cloud your judgment. Like, I'm all here for you for that, Jamal. So shout out to you for that. Sean started getting monetized on his YouTube. Yes, God. Shout out to Sean and his little thingamabobber is called Sean Dion, okay? Definitely go and check out his YouTube channel, Sean Dion. He is really funny and he's good at what he does. So shout out to you for that. Hold on. I lost my notes, y'all. Okay, here we go. So both of them got invited to Miles' little vegan dinner party that he's having for everybody that's involved in the group. And they're both willing to go. They both said they don't have an issue with Miles. They're cool with Miles. Miles is cool with them. So I appreciate Miles for knowing how to, be cordial with somebody or be friends with somebody and still can maintain peace with their adversaries. So definitely shout out to you for Miles for that. They said they don't feel the need to address anything or anyone down to Miles's party. He said, this is Miles' party, and I don't really care enough about none of these girls to really go back and forth with them about anything that happened pre-corona. So I was with them on that. Prince and Sean fall into a rough moment when Prince kept in communication with Brandon. I could definitely understand Sean's feelings when it comes to that. And not to mention that this was a situation that Jamal talked to Prince about months prior. Even though we don't see it for Brandon, and I don't even think that Prince really saw it for Brandon in that moment. It's just residual feelings, and we all have them. Moving on. So Jovier meets with the new cast member Xavier, and he met him off of social media. Jovier wants to bring him around the other guys, which I'm here for. But Jovier, I'm going to tell you what I won't here for, and I won't here for you in this llama comment. Like, I feel like you're making it known that there's obviously a problem between you and Jamal that I really thought that y'all got over. Obviously, y'all didn't. I really wish that y'all would. I really wish that y'all could. But I really won't hear for you, with the little light that you was throwing Jamal. Like, at the end of the day, you don't do that. Okay, allow Xavier to make his own interpretations about these people. He don't need you coming up in there muddying up the waters, like, because he's not going to give him a fair chance, and that's what's going to make me go in and have on Xavier. And I don't want to do that because I don't really know nothing about Xavier. So keep that under control. And then Jovier brings up him still being upset about the whole sugar baby thing. But Jovier, I told you this. You're the one who brought that to Front Street. That won't nobody business. You divulged that business. So now you want to be upset with somebody calling you a sugar baby. But why when that's what it is? Much like I said, they didn't have to know what you had to do to get from Philly to where you at now. That won't everybody business. I mean, but I'm just saying, Jovier, and Jovier, I like you. Jovier, do not think for 1 minute that I don't like you. I like you. I just did not like the way the position that you played when it came between Bam Bam and Sean. That's my only gripe with you. Other than that, I ain't got no issue with you, and I would love to sit down and have a nasty piece of interview with you, myself, myself, Bubs the God, and Scotty. We'll talk about that later. Prince and his friend catch up down to the beach. And then Prince talked about how Miss Rona affected him. He said that his shop was closed, but it reopened back up, and he's steady looking for a second location. Prince brings up the situation with him and Sean and why they haven't talked in 4 months. We'll get down to that later. Prince bringing up Bam Bam, talking about him after the show, saying that he was good at wiping down tables. I like the way you handle that, Prince. I'd rather wipe down tables than to wipe off these soggy-ass, greasy-ass white men's dicks while I'm shaking my ass up in their face to make a living, you know. I'd rather wipe down all the tables and be all the bus boys known to man than to have to degrade myself about sleeping around with these older white men, allowing them to skeet their worms all over my body, all down my throat and into my stomach. I mean, you know, whatever. Moving on. Prince wants to talk to Bam Bam about liking Brandon's pics on IG. Prince, I get it, but at the same time, it's not as if he owes you no loyalty because y'all not friends. He really don't owe you no loyalty, and I'm not shocked and surprised that, you know, thirsty Bam Bam was trying his hardest to get up under Brandon's pictures. I'm not shocked at that. That's what most rusty, raggedy-ass gay boys do, okay? They see your leftovers, and then they want it. And if he want it, I say let him have it. Moving on. So, Miles is at home setting up for his vegan dinner party, honey. Yes, God. I live for Lil Miles. I live for Lil Miles a lot. Sean, Jamal, and Prince make it there first, and there were weird vibes between Prince and Sean, but they were still able to be around each other. Not only that, Sean came over and gave him a hug, so I was glad that Sean did that. It broke the ice a little bit. So Miles tells everybody that he's cool with Bam Bam, but he did not agree with the way that Bam Bam handled himself in a lot of situations. And this is another prime example as to why I bang with that serial killer Miles as much as I do, because y'all know Miles look like he'll kill you, your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, and the dog, and the goldfish, and the pet parakeet, and the pet turtle. He do. Miles look like he'll bust down your door and kill everybody in your house at any given second. But I live for Miles because Miles is a lot like me. Y'all issue is y'all issue. I'm not going to have an issue with y'all simply because he does. Secondly, even though I understand his feelings, the way that he reacted to the situation, I'm not down for. He could have handled that in a much better way, and I made sure to let him know that. Yes, God, Miles, I'm with you, and I already know he not going to give you all of the rah, because like I said, you will kick down his door, kill him, his sister, the dog, the goldfish, the parakeet, the turtle, the hedgehog, the ferret. They the girl, quiet as it's kept. He looked like he keep ferrets down to his house. Kill up all of the ferrets. Like, he wasn't about to do that, and I was with it. So Xavier and Bam Bam and Bam Bam's purse decide to make it up into the house child. Prince and Bam talk outside about him liking Prince's IG. And you know what? I love how the conversation went. It won't no arguing. It won't no yelling. It won't no fuck you bitches, kiss my asses. It won't none of that. It was more so like this. Look, you don't know me, I don't know you, but when I saw you under my ex-boyfriend's pictures, it kind of did something to me. I really just felt uncomfortable with liking his pictures. Bam Bam was like, listen, I see it for everybody because I'm a scripper and that's what we do. So I figured maybe if I liked a couple of his pics, he might like tip me extra should he ever come down to the gay bar where I take all my clothes off of these dirty ass, greasy ass men. So that's the only reason why I did that. It's no shade, it's no tea. I don't want your man. I'm not into bottoms because I'm one myself, girl. What is we gonna do? Bump pocketbooks, bump coochies, bump a two-headed dildo? What am I gonna do well? Like I was kind of with Bam Bam when it came with that whole bottom thing. Like I was with Bam Bam on that, but again, Bam Bam don't owe you nothing, so I really don't know what you looking for, any type of loyalty or code or gay code from him for, because, y'all ain't friends. Jovier shows up late, but looking cute. Looking cute. I was here for what Jovier had on. Jovier looked real cute. Sean hated the vegan food. Don't worry about it, Sean. I probably would have hated the vegan food, too. Like, look at me, girl. Do I look like I don't eat meat? Jovier and Jamal talk. They talk about how COVID affected them and this, that, and this, and blah, 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 blah. At least they talked and had a good conversation. That's all I'm concerned about. Prince and Sean go off the talk, and Prince gets emotional when he explains the situation. It wasn't what Sean thought it was about him allowing his friends to get in his head, and he was still trying to connect with his ex. It really wasn't nothing like that. And what I love about Prince was Prince really felt bad for what he did, because he never wanted to feel like, nobody ever wants to feel like they let the person that they really like or the person that they love down. And like Prince is such a sweetheart, and what I love about this show is they're not scared to show their emotion. Okay, because I was with Prince. Listen, it's okay to cry, Prince. It's really okay to cry. Y'all know H-Town told us that years ago. Emotions make you cry sometimes. They do. Emotions make you cry sometimes. Sometimes you got to cry to make yourself feel better. And what I love about Sean didn't run down on Prince or try to cuss him out or do anything. He didn't even kick him while he was down. You know, he tried his best to console him the best way that he could. And I live for that. I live for both Prince and Sean. I really hope their relationship goes to be bigger than what we see here on the show, or whatever the case may be. But y'all, that's all I got. I ain't got no more to give y'all. Look, I didn't think I was going to be able to give y'all that much, but I did. Shout out to everybody over there. Like I said, the only person that rubs me the wrong way in all of the wrong places is Bam Bam. Other than that, I like everybody else up over there, including you, Jovier. Including you, child. So y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about last night's episode. And until next time, I'm going to holler at y'all later, Gert. Bye.
Given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system. It's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be an accountant because it's safe in the business.